Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our English Learning podcast. I'm Jennifer, and as always, I'm here with my wonderful co-host, Elizabeth. How are you today, Elizabeth?
Hi, Jennifer. I'm doing great, thank you. I'm really excited about today's topic because it's something that many families discuss at some point. Should teenagers get after-school jobs? This is a topic that has been debated for years, and today we're going to explore both sides of the argument. We'll look at the benefits of teenagers working after school, but we'll also discuss some of the challenges and concerns that come with balancing school and work.
That's right, Elizabeth. After-school jobs are often seen as a rite of passage for many teenagers. They offer a chance to earn money, gain experience, and develop important life skills. But at the same time, working after school can create challenges, especially when it comes to maintaining a balance between work, academics, and social life. Today, we'll dive into both perspectives and hopefully help our listeners make informed decisions about whether after-school jobs are a good idea for teenagers.
Exactly. And for our listeners out there, as always, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Did you have an after-school job when you were a teenager? Do you think it helped you? Or if you're a teenager now, are you considering getting a job? Share your opinions with us, and we might even feature them in a future episode. So, Jennifer, let's start by discussing the benefits of teenagers having after-school jobs. What do you think is the main advantage of working during high school?
Well, Elizabeth, one of the main benefits of getting an after-school job as a teenager is that it helps young people develop a strong sense of responsibility and independence. When teenagers have a job, they have to show up on time, meet expectations, and complete tasks, skills that are crucial for success later in life. Having a job teaches them what it means to be responsible for something outside of school and home life.
Absolutely, Jennifer. A job requires commitment and accountability, and for many teenagers, it's their first experience of being in a professional setting where they're expected to perform specific duties. This kind of experience is invaluable because it lays the groundwork for future responsibilities in adulthood, whether in higher education, a career, or managing personal tasks.
Exactly, Elizabeth. And another big benefit is that after-school jobs teach teenagers time management skills. Balancing work, school, homework, extracurricular activities, and social life can be challenging, but it forces teenagers to learn how to prioritize their time. They need to figure out how to get everything done without letting one area, like schoolwork, fall behind.
That's a great point, Jennifer. Teenagers who work after school often become more organized and efficient with their time. They learn how to create schedules, set goals, and manage their workload, which are skills that will serve them well throughout their lives. In fact, some studies suggest that students with part-time jobs actually perform better academically because they've learned how to manage their time more effectively.
That's so true. And let's not forget the financial benefits of having an after-school job. Earning money as a teenager can teach important lessons about financial responsibility. When teenagers start earning their own money, they learn how to budget, save, and make decisions about how to spend their earnings. This kind of financial literacy is something that many young people don't develop until much later in life, so having an after-school job can give them a head start.
Exactly, Jennifer. Learning how to handle money is an essential life skill. Teenagers who work can use their earnings for things like saving for college, buying clothes, paying for hobbies, or even contributing to household expenses. Earning their own money also gives them a sense of pride and independence, knowing that they're contributing to their own needs and wants.
Yes, and beyond the financial benefits, working as a teenager also provides real-world experience. After-school jobs give young people a glimpse into what it's like to be part of the workforce. They learn about professionalism, how to work with others, and how to deal with customers or clients. This kind of experience can help teenagers develop communication and teamwork skills, which are valuable in any career.
That's such a great point, Jennifer. Many teenagers who work after school also learn how to handle conflict resolution and problem solving in the workplace. Whether it's dealing with a difficult customer, managing a busy shift, or working with coworkers, they learn how to navigate real-world challenges that will help them in their future careers.
Absolutely. And there's another benefit that's often overlooked. After-school jobs can help teenagers figure out what kind of career they might want to pursue in the future. While working in retail or food service might not be their long-term goal, it gives them a chance to explore different industries, build a work ethic, and even make connections that could help them later on.
Yes, Jennifer. It's a great way for teenagers to get a sense of what they enjoy and what they don't. Some teenagers might discover a passion for a certain industry, while others might realize that they want to go in a completely different direction. Either way, the experience helps them clarify their career goals.
Exactly. So, there are a lot of great reasons for teenagers to get after-school jobs. Responsibility, time management, financial skills, real-world experience, and career exploration. But, of course, there are also challenges and downsides to consider. Elizabeth, what do you think are some of the potential drawbacks of teenagers working after school?
Well, Jennifer, one of the main concerns that parents and educators often raise is that having an after-school job can lead to academic decline. Teenagers who work long hours may struggle to keep up with their homework and study for exams. If they're spending too much time working, it can affect their grades and overall performance in school.
That's a really important point, Elizabeth. After all, a teenager's primary responsibility is school. If working after school starts to interfere with their academics, it could have long-term consequences like lower grades, missed opportunities for extracurricular activities, or even difficulty getting into college.
Exactly. And it's not just about academics. Working long hours can also lead to stress and fatigue, especially if teenagers are trying to juggle too many responsibilities. Between school, homework, extracurricular activities, and a part-time job, some teenagers may feel overwhelmed and burnt out. This kind of pressure can lead to stress-related health issues like lack of sleep, anxiety, or even depression.
Yes, and the pressure to balance everything can also lead to a lack of work-life balance for teenagers. They need time to relax, hang out with friends, and pursue hobbies. If they're working too much, they might miss out on these important aspects of being a teenager, which are crucial for their mental and emotional well-being.
Exactly, Jennifer. Teenagers also need time for self-care and personal development. If they're spending all their free time working, they might not have the chance to explore their interests, build friendships, or simply take a break and recharge.
That's such a great point, Elizabeth. Another potential downside of after-school jobs is that teenagers might become overly focused on money at a young age. While it's great to learn financial responsibility, there's a risk that some teenagers might prioritize earning money over their education or personal growth. They might start seeing work as more important than their studies, which could impact their long-term goals.
Yes, Jennifer. And there's also the risk that teenagers might fall into a pattern where they prioritize immediate financial gain over long-term education and career opportunities. For example, some teenagers might decide to skip college or delay further education because they're making money now and don't want to give up that income. This short-term thinking can limit their options later in life.
Exactly, Elizabeth. And another concern is the quality of the job itself. Some after-school jobs, especially in retail or fast food, can be physically or emotionally draining. Teenagers might deal with rude customers, long shifts, or stressful working conditions, which could negatively affect their well-being.
That's such a good point, Jennifer. Not all jobs provide the same level of value or experience. Some jobs might teach valuable skills, but others might just be exhausting and unfulfilling. Teenagers need to make sure they're not sacrificing their health or happiness for a paycheck.
Absolutely. And that brings us to another important question. How many hours should teenagers work? Even if they do get an after-school job, it's important to find a balance that allows them to succeed academically and still have time for themselves.
Yes, Jennifer. Experts generally recommend that teenagers work no more than 10 to 15 hours per week during the school year. This allows them to earn money and gain experience without sacrificing their academics or personal time.
Exactly. It's all about finding the right balance. Too many hours can lead to burnout, but a manageable number of hours can provide all the benefits we've discussed: responsibility, time management, financial skills, without overwhelming the teenager.
And speaking of finding balance, I think it's a great time to hear from one of our listeners. Let's take a call from someone who might have an interesting perspective on after-school jobs for teenagers.
Hi there, you're on the air with Jennifer and Elizabeth. What's your name, and where are you calling from?
Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Elizabeth. My name is Jessica, and I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia. I've been listening to your podcast for a while now, and I love today's topic. I wanted to share my experience with having an after-school job when I was a teenager.
Hi, Jessica. Thank you for calling in. We'd love to hear your story. Did you have an after-school job when you were in high school?
Yes, I did. I worked at a local coffee shop during high school, and while I enjoyed the experience and learned a lot, I also struggled to find a balance between work and school. At first, it was exciting to earn my own money, but after a few months, I started feeling really overwhelmed. I was working around 20 hours a week, and it became difficult to keep up with my homework and study for exams.
That sounds tough, Jessica. How did you manage to balance everything?
Well, after a while, I realized that I needed to cut back on my hours to focus more on school. I talked to my manager, and we agreed that I would only work 10 to 12 hours a week instead of 20. That made a big difference for me. I was able to keep my job, but I also had more time for school and extracurricular activities.
That's such a great example, Jessica. Sounds like you found a balance that worked for you, and it's a good reminder that it's okay to adjust your schedule when things get overwhelming. Thank you for calling in, Jessica.
Yes, definitely. I think it's important for teenagers to be realistic about how much they can handle. Having a job is great, but school should always come first.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience, Jessica. It's a great reminder that after-school jobs can be valuable, but finding the right balance is key.
Thanks for having me. I love listening to your podcast, and I'm excited to hear more episodes.
Take care.
Bye, Jessica.
That was a great call from Jessica. Her experience really highlights the importance of finding a balance between work and school, and it shows that it's okay to adjust your schedule if you're feeling overwhelmed.
Absolutely, Elizabeth. And for those of you listening, if you're enjoying our podcast, please like and subscribe to our channel. Your support really helps us keep creating these episodes and sharing more interesting topics with you.
So, where does that leave us in our discussion today? I think it's clear that after-school jobs offer many benefits for teenagers, including responsibility, time management, financial skills, and real-world experience. But at the same time, there are some challenges to consider, such as the potential for academic decline, stress, and burnout.
That's right. The key is to find a balance that allows teenagers to benefit from the experience of working without sacrificing their education or well-being. It's also important for teenagers to choose jobs that provide valuable skills and don't overwhelm them with long hours or stressful working conditions.
Exactly, Jennifer. And parents play an important role in helping their teenagers make the right decision. It's important for families to have open discussions about whether an after-school job is a good fit, how many hours the teenager should work, and what the family's expectations are regarding schoolwork and personal time.
Yes, Elizabeth. And for teenagers who do decide to get an after-school job, it's important to remember that school should always come first. Education is the foundation for future success, and while working can provide valuable experience, it shouldn't take priority over academic achievement.
Absolutely. So, to sum up, after-school jobs can be a great way for teenagers to develop life skills, gain financial independence, and prepare for the future. But it's important to approach it thoughtfully with careful consideration of how it will impact their academics, mental health, and personal life.
We hope today's discussion has given you some new insights into the pros and cons of teenagers getting after-school jobs and how to find the right balance. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, thank you for listening. We're always here to share new insights and help you learn English while exploring interesting topics. Keep listening, keep learning, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye for now, everyone. And remember, balance is key to success, both in work and in life.